going to be how to change icons, folder icons or file icons to something more custom. So you'll notice on my desktop I have all of these different icons here for Christmas. If I was to double click on this, this is actually a folder, right? So how do we change these icons? I'm going to show you. Now this will involve a couple different steps. I'm also going to show you how to remove backgrounds from images in Preview. So this will help make your icons look a little bit better than just flat pictures. So let's jump right into this. The first thing I want to do is create a new folder. Now you don't have to do this if you already have a new folder on your desktop or have a folder. I need to. So I can go to File, New Folder. I can also use these shortcut keys. You'll notice in the menu bars there's all these different like letters and symbols over here. Those are shortcuts to do the exact same thing. So the up arrow is Shift. The Command key, which is right next to the space bar, has the same symbol on it, and then the N key. So if I was actually to do Shift Command N, it will do the exact same thing. So Shift Command N. Now I got a new folder down here. All right. You can also right click and say New Folder as well. But I've got a folder icon here. So now let's grab an image. So let's stick with our Christmas theme here. I'm just going to open up Safari. And I'm going to go ahead and go to images.google.com. And I'm just going to do Christmas. Let's do, oh, my mind is blanking. Let's do elf. There we go. A Christmas elf, right? Now here's the good part. It doesn't really matter which of these images I pick. Doesn't matter if they're copyrighted or not. I mean, you shouldn't use copyrighted images, but the icons are so small, you're not going to be able to tell if it's got little teeny tiny writing on it anyways. So I'm just going to pick an elf. Let's just go with this bad boy here. Okay. I'm going to just drag this to my desktop and drop it. Now I can go ahead and close Safari if I want. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to open this file, and right here's my elf. Now if I want that elf to stay exactly like it is with the white background and everything, I can actually apply this to my folder right now. I can go to the folder, click on it once, and then I'm going to do a File, Get Info. Now this is just the Command key, which is right next to your space bar, and I. You can use that shortcut. So if I just click here and go Command I, that brings up my file folder. Okay. This icon right here, this little tiny folder, this is where we're going to change our image. So if I want, I can just click here and I can drag this elf over to this icon and drop it, and you'll notice that now my folder is an elf icon. Great, right? So if I do that again, click on it, I'll do Command I, again, File, Get Info. If I click on this image again and I say Edit, Cut, that will take it back to its default settings. Now, I want to make this elf look more like these guys here. So I'm going to cut the background out of here. So I'm just going to double click on this elf image. That opens in Preview. Now this is super simple. I will warn you, if you have white on white, sometimes this can get a little funny. I'm worried about this section right here because it kind of blends together. But let me show you how to do it. All you do is right click on the item and then say Copy Subject. You'll see this glow around what it thinks is the subject. If I say Copy Subject, now I'll go to File and New from Clipboard. So again, all I did was right click, Copy Subject, File, New from Clipboard. Now I've got my elf all cut out. Notice that arrow, that little area I was talking about down here. It's not great, but it's so tiny, you're not going to be able to anyways. So I'm going to go to File, Export on this one here. I'm just going to give it a name. Now this is going to export as a PNG, and that's what we want to do. Keep it as that because that allows the transparency to stay in effect. So where you're seeing that gray on the previous picture, that's going to be transparent. So I've done that. Now I can close this out. It's going to ask me if I want to delete it. Sure, I don't need to keep it. I can quit this. I don't need it. Now I've got my elf image. Now it looks like it's got a white background, but in reality it actually doesn't. So I'm going to go back to my Untitled folder, do that Command I or File, Get Info. I'm just going to drag my new elf up to this folder and drop it. And when I do, notice now I have the nice elf as a file folder. So now rather than seeing the folders, I can actually do little holiday things here. Okay, and like I said before, this does work on any file. So if I wanted to go do my document, I could click on a document. I could do the Command I and you'll see the same Excel document up here. If I grabbed an image from the side, let's go to images here. And I'm just going to let's grab this Snoopy here. I'm going to drag this over and drop it. You'll notice that document is now Snoopy. Command I, click up here, edit, and then cut, and it goes back to the original document. So that's how you actually change your desktop icons and make those a little bit more customizable. That's also how you remove background images in Preview. If you want to do something like I did here, which is 2 images, there's an extra step. I'll show you that another time. Okay? Have a good day.